I'm a danger to their way of living, their entire lifestyle. I'm exposing their hypocrisy, their greed, their lies, their theft.
Are you not sometimes concerned that it can affect your life as well?
Oh, I'm a true believer in God. If my time comes, I'm going to die. I wish there was somebody in the NBCC who believed in God. No?
As much as you?
1/10 as much as I believe in God.
Hello viewers, welcome back to our second episode again on the Nagaland Liquor Total Prohibition Act of 1989. So this is an issue that matters to all of us, matters to us and matters to all of you as well, I assume. And we have been struggling as a state, as a tri-state, the relevance of this act, and we don't know whether this act is now relevant or it's not relevant. Some people say it's still relevant. Some people say it's not relevant because it's not enforced properly. So today, let's just try to understand what does this act hold for us, and what do we have to take out of this act if we have to continue getting enforced this act, or if we get rid of this act, what are we going to lose? So let's try to understand this one step at a time. As per this Nagaland Liquor NLTP Act, Nagaland Liquor Total Prohibition Act of 1989, it says that no person shall transport or import any liquor and any possess any liquor, and no one shall sell or buy liquor, and no one shall consume liquor, and no one shall manufacture liquor, and no one shall use or keep any material, utensil, or implement or apparatus whatsoever for manufacturing of liquor. And by this act, in principle or on policy, it is assumed that it is enforced until today in Nagaland. So whether people are not transporting liquor or not importing liquor or not possessing liquor, not consuming, buying, is this happening in Nagaland or not happening? We all know the fact, the ground reality. And this we will talk and discuss with Mr. Kahuto Chishi again. Thanks for joining for this very important topic.
Thank you for having me.
So, like I read out, the act looks very ideal, and it's so beautiful that no one shall possess, drink, even sell, or even buy liquor in Nagaland. Is this happening?
That is, nobody will admit that it's happening. And this is the third time I'm speaking on this NLTP.
Okay.
This Morong Foundation, they had a seminar 2020, just before the lockdown. And it was proposed in 2018. But then it was delayed because there was nobody from the NBCC.
Okay, for this discussion.
Yeah, for this discussion.
Okay.
So I don't understand what is the rationale behind it.
Okay.
What is their rationale? There's no theological grounds for prohibition.
Okay.
No social, no legal basis.
Okay.
See, the US tried it in the 20s and 30s. And prohibition was what led to the growth of the mafia. Prior to prohibition, the mafia was just running numbers, gambling and prostitution, small time. But prohibition turned them into a semi-government because of the revenue.
In the black market.
So, to a certain extent, I will forgive the NBCC for pressing for prohibition in the early days.
Okay, from the 1960s to 80s.
No, 80s, yeah. It was only in 80s, okay. There was no pressing thing.
Yeah.
I grew up 70s.
It was bound to happen.
Yeah.
Like those days, it's fine.
So I can understand there's lack of knowledge. But I don't understand why they're persisting in this. See, people take a very shallow view. They talk about the income.
Okay.
No, it's not income. It is how we destroy society, prohibition. It fuels criminality.
Okay.
Mr. John D. Rockefeller, the richest man, richest man in the world.
Okay.
He was a strong prohibitionist. But after a few years, he was against prohibition. In the seminar, I read out his thoughts. He said that my friends who are law-abiding people have become criminals now. So, it is an established fact that prohibition encourages criminality. Okay, look at Gujarat.
Yes.
Very strong bootlegging thing. So in Nagaland, the same has happened. And these people are the ones, I've said it before, they are financing the NBCC. Not the NBCC, but the affiliated churches. They're controlling these churches through donations.
You mean the bootleggers?
Yeah, bootleggers.
Okay.
I accused them before. I'm accusing them again.
So in the context
Because
in the context of Nagaland, how do you define bootleggers?
People who are selling, importing, the main are the importers. Okay, those selling for livelihood, I don't mind.
Okay.
Buying 1 or 2 cases. And
in the shop.
But wholesale, no? And they bring in truckloads. I remember a conversation I had with a former Vigilance SP, Mr. Shoto Watsa.
Okay.
He told me there was one bootlegger who was transacting 1 crore worth a day.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
And the police know about it.
See, the transactions too, they don't know. Maybe they don't know how much. But
okay.
a police, underground church, everybody knows who's importing, who's selling. I challenge the church, saying that if you can excommunicate 2 young people who fall in love with each other and live together, why can't you excommunicate the bootleggers in your thing?
Maybe the churches don't know about them.
No, why? Who doesn't know? I think we are a small society.
Okay. I think that's there is some people also say that prohibition does not really curb the demand. By logic, we know that, right?
Yes, exactly.
But it makes difficult for people to get the products. But anyway, they are going to get it.
Yes. I said it during the seminar. I said, as a recovering addict, I know I will do anything to get it. And it causes criminality, not only the bootleggers, but even for the purchasers.
Yeah.
They're willing to steal. They're willing to lie. See, and I gave the example of 2 of my brothers-in-law, okay? My wife's sister's brothers. Both of them alcoholics. One was wife and child beater.
Sure.
One is just joke around. No? So there's no logic in the fact that when people say that drinkers, they beat people up.
No, that's not true.
It is your nature. It is your character.
Exactly. That's not true. I want to give you one example. There's a national family health survey in 2005, which says that 51% of men in Bihar agreed that beating wife is good. It's justified. It's justified, I would say. That is before the alcohol ban in Bihar. But in Gujarat, there was an alcohol ban from long time back. 74% of the men believe that wife beating is justified. So Gujarat is a dry state, but many men believe in Gujarat that beating wife. 74% believe that beating wife. So now I think what you say is proven.
Yes,
I want to prove with the statistics.
When I speak, I speak through real life experiences.
that makes sense. I really like your experience trying to connect with this data now. Yeah. So there is no proven evidence that alcohol makes the men beat their wife
or their children.
Or their children. So it belongs
or
to
their rape. Or anything. Okay, all the crimes they associate with alcohol. No?
Okay.
But it is a fact that prohibition leads to wife beating, leads to child abuse.
How do you justify that? How do you justify that?
Because tensions.
Okay.
Now, when you're buying something for 20, 30 times its worth.
Yeah.
So naturally financial constraints come in. Then fights start. Children are deprived of their education. As earlier we said, a man who's going to drink is going to drink, no matter what.
Okay, so men who is going to drink will drink.
Yeah, yeah.
But if there was no prohibition, men who is not going to drink, will they drink?
No,
if there
no,
was no
no,
prohibition.
See again,
Let's
yeah.
imagine that alcohol and bars and pubs are freely,
Yeah,
wine
yeah.
shops are freely available in the market.
Yes, yes.
Will the men who don't drink will start drinking?
No. And the thing is, people who drink, no, you look at this bootleg alcohol. When I drank last, that's way back 2000.
Oh, really? Since then you gave up?
Yeah, since then I've given up, no.
Wow, congratulations.
At that time, MC, my brand.
MC.
Then you could see the different qualities, All of them are the same bottle, same thing, but then the quality is different. The original one is dark red, then you have one light red, then you have one dark red, where sediment starts forming, no?
Yeah.
So this bootleg alcohol, no? That destroys health.
Destroys health.
Yeah. I've said it before in one of my interviews, I believe. See, growing up, many people, no, like Nagas too, it is part of our custom actually, drinking.
Yeah, rice beer is a
Of course,
daily.
not as strong as this IFL,
right,
but
right.
anyway. So, all my elders that I knew, they used to drink,
Okay.
In fact, what I heard was my mother used to brew rice beer,
Okay.
and my father, but they stopped because they said it's a bad example.
Yeah,
no?
after the coming of Christianity.
Anyway, growing up, I rarely heard of anyone dying
because
of liver
taking-
cirrhosis.
Yeah.
But now, young people, no? One of my young friends, he passed away when he was just 29 years old.
He's a drinker.
Yeah, he used to drink.
Okay.
And then so many cases like
So your
this.
argument is that if there is no prohibition, we'll get a better quality alcohol
Yes,
liquor, and that wouldn't affect our liver much.
And then the burden on the healthcare system lessens.
Okay. But still, see, I don't take alcohol, but still I want to understand. The one that you get in the black market is a different quality.
Yes.
And the one you get in an open market
It's different.
is a different quality.
Yeah.
And it doesn't affect our health much
The one in the thing.
in the open market.
Yeah, of course, because they have quality control.
I see.
See, these bootleg ones, they're manufactured, with the base. You have to have a base alcohol.
Right.
Then you put the thing, coloring, and then the flavor and all that, no?
Okay.
So they use this rock, we call it Roxy, no? That Roxy type.
Yeah.
And Roxy is, have you ever seen how Roxy is made?
No, that's
It's a very thing, You just take the used rice beer thing, solid, no? You pour water, you put sugar, and then just the fern, no?
and just keep it.
Yeah, no, the fern.
Yeah, fern.
Not the edible one, just the ones which you don't need. No, you just put that and then you distill it and then it forms.
Oh, really?
So then they put coloring, flavor, and then it comes out like rum.
Those are the bootlegged ones?
Some of them are like
The local
that,
made?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not interesting. But now I want to bring you to the argument made by NBCC those days in the 70s and 60s. They say that because of this, the lower section of people, like the poor and working class, spend their earnings towards liquor, which is not good. That's their argument. And women suffer domestic violence because of liquor, leading to broken homes, where children are beaten up. So those are very kind of maybe superficial arguments.
Yes. Without knowing facts, no?
Facts.
Just, as you said, superficial, no? Just seeing the outside. No?
The outside. So, and if NLTP has to continue, maybe what do you think? Should it? You prefer opting out from NLTP, lifting NLTP, and like
Completely.
For the sake of the people?
Yeah. In every way I've said it. But it's not going to happen. Because when you have these 60 MLAs, who have bought their way into power, they're all part of the system of corruption. No? You scratch my back, I scratch your back. No? That sort of thing. The problem in Nagaland, why laws are not enforced? Because everybody breaks the law in one way or the other.
Yeah.
So, no one has the moral authority anymore.
Because if they point fingers at you will point fingers at me.
All in the same boat.
Okay. But imagine that NLTP is lifted and NBCC agrees to lift it. And imagine that it's
See,
lifted.
it is not a question of NBCC agreeing, okay? They have got no authority.
But there have been the
No.
there have been the
See,
moral
this is why.
pressure.
So why don't the leaders of Nagaland understand that Europe, they battle for centuries to kick the church out of the state? A democracy is contingent on the fact that the church and state are separate.
They're separate.
NBC is no different from RSS. They cannot interfere in state politics. Hey, well, who's the NBCC? What are they going to do? Just lift prohibition. How long will they strike? I take the leaders, put them in jail. Public disturbance, yes?
But that sounds radical.
No. This is the way. Their corruption is radical. So radical steps must be taken. Who are these people? I will tell you what is the thing. Logic behind, what I think is the logic behind it.
Okay,
You see,
please justify it.
they do nothing for society. Nothing.
What about their mission work
Oh, where?
for the churches?
In
or
Africa or in India?
they said they send around 10. Their
what-
target
what-
is sending
so
about 10,000.
What is the purpose in sending missionaries there when people here in Nagaland are starving?
That's for sure. But I think as a church, their claim is that they want to preach the gospel.
No.
Not for economic
mission
development.
work,
Yeah.
is giving employment to theological graduates.
Of course.
It's a very
it
good.
is.
Sir, they've got a very cozy thing.
It is, it
They've got all these spurious theological colleges, and then if they don't get employment, then no students will come. And these theological colleges are run by the people in the church hierarchy. Okay,
Yeah.
they need students, and then they have to employ the students. Last time, St. Joseph University in a seminar, I said they were political science students,
Okay.
graduates, postgraduates. I said,
Okay.
a theologian is more assured of getting a job than you people. And this is a fact.
Yeah.
Because everywhere, I said it, they were very upset, okay? I said, Ajigali theology degree to naladi pai. And I'll say this, Ajigali duk phelai dimawadi prayer center lagi wo.
I mean, it's a hyperbole.
No, this too much. See,
But I think whether they're right or wrong is another question. But as a society, maybe they feel that they have the right to, convey their own message to the government as a pressure
they don't
group.
have a right. A church, as individuals, they can convey.
Okay.
In Nagaland, we are all part of, not by default, we're all part of at least 20 or 30 organizations. See, recently one youth was killed by a drug peddler.
Heckled to death.
See?
Hacked to death.
Why?
Drugs?
Because there's no government.
To protect.
Yeah, actually, the students, they should have gone to the police and pointed out. See, they've got no authority to enter anybody's house. When the police needs a warrant to enter a person's house,
Yeah.
how is it the student union is entering? So this is the problem with Nagaland. We have these organizations
I agree.
without knowing the purpose, without knowing the direction they should go. The NBCC has got no business in church. I mean, in the state. Okay? And see, we talk about NBCC. NBCC is actually a powerless organization, I know. It is the tribal bodies, affiliating bodies who call the shots.
Yeah.
Okay?
In a way.
No, in a way. It's a
Because
fact.
NBCC will not come out protesting
because,
violently. at the
Simi
end of the
Church,
day.
no?
Yeah.
The division, no? I've seen how powerless the NBCC is and then how these affiliated churches, how they manipulate the NBCC. But we have to call them. because
Then
they
why
have
do you think the politicians are scared of going against the
as
will
we
of the
said
NBCC?
before, they're all in the same boat. All of them are corrupt.
Because in the recent G20 meeting, the government literally calls for lifting of NLTP for the foreigners, foreign delegates.
Yeah.
But NBCC said no. Like they said rather let them come and get God's blessing and host them with a proper, resolute implementation and enforcement of NLTP.
These hypocrites, no? Pharisees. I'm just even sick. I wrote one
I can
article
understand.
about the reduction of Christianity.
Okay.
I said the NBCC has reduced Christianity
To?
to prohibition and closing shops on Sundays. They do nothing Christian. And both of these grounds are spurious grounds. They've got no grounding in Christianity. In one of my Nagamese interviews, I said, Jesus Christ's first miracle was making wine. And they also, some oversmart theologians said, learn to differentiate between biblical wine and alcohol. Wine doesn't contain alcohol. Where do these people get this knowledge?
Okay, okay. So are you encouraging people to drink alcohol?
No. I'm saying
Lift it.
people have the choice. Give the people a choice.
And
Who are they to think,
imagining that,
control
but
people's
now
choice?
coming back to your argument, imagining that NLTP has been lifted. What if you see tomorrow young people just getting addicted to alcohol, and you know very well because you are also claim to be recovering addict. What if young people cannot decide with their immature thinking, cannot decide properly and start getting introduced to alcohol and liquor and start getting addicted? Because for now it's banned, at least on paper. They won't get it anywhere unless they work hard to get it. But if it is lifted, then they will be able to get it everywhere, like buying sweets,
And
chocolates
you
from the
think
shop.
They don't get it now, or they don't get sunflower now.
They get it.
the
They get it.
heroin,
They get it. But they need to put extra
See, the
effort.
thing is, we should educate the society. Okay. See, recently I went to Kripa.
Okay.
I spoke to my friends,
Okay.
former, we are all recovering addicts, counselors there, and then they were telling me that children, class 8, 9, they are being addicted to things.
So they know where to
Sunflower.
get it.
It's available everywhere. It seems it's cheaper now. Because
Can you explain to my audience what is that sunflower?
it's actually a thing, heroin derivative, no?
Okay.
Brown sugar, no?
Brown sugar. Okay.
I don't know how the origin, some are
Why
saying
do
it's
they
Shan.
call it sunflower?
No, some are saying that it's Shan, no? S-H-A-N, Shan state in
Okay, right,
Myanmar.
in Myanmar.
So it's come from there, no? And then the flower is a symbol, so it's Shan flower actually.
Okay,
I
Shan
don't, I don't,
flower.
I'm not,
But
I can't-
there's no written name like on.
I don't know.
There's no branding, right?
No, actually, heroin, no? They used to have brands.
Okay.
When you buy kg packets, no?
Okay.
White, no? This heroin.
Okay.
It's white actually, no? Then you have brown sugar. Sunflower is a derivative of brown sugar type, no? So they have brands. So maybe.
Okay. I think some people want it to be enforced. So do you? But now I want to know from you, what if government decides tomorrow that we don't want to lift NLTP, but we want to enforce it in total, in entirety, like in letter and spirit? What do you think? Do you think it will serve a good purpose?
When the government of the US could not enforce prohibition, you think a corrupt government like Nagaland? See, it's all a question of money.
Okay.
The amount of money. It's not going to be enforceable. Because where there is a ban on anything, the demand spikes.
Demand spikes. That's and it
So
widens the
people
black
are willing
market.
to pay more. Then you fuel criminality. That's what I mean.
Okay. And it hurts the buyers in a way, right?
Yeah, it hurts the buyers. It destroys the economy in the sense that
Yeah. And
people buy it from what's. But then again,
And the government also cannot generate any revenue because it's a black market.
yeah.
There's no registration.
It just goes into the pockets of the corrupt officials.
True,
And I believe, I said it last time. Rio, too, I think this is 2 or 3 times he's tried to lift.
Okay.
When people ask me, I said, maybe he prefers getting 1 or 2 crores from the bootleggers instead of getting hundreds of crores of revenue for the state.
Okay. Wow.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
That's what I say.
Because
I say there's a nexus between theologians and the bootleggers. I'm saying it now.
ideally, but it may not be like that even practically.
No.
Practically,
See, it's
because
not
I
as
don't
if-
think
see, no.
I don't think the
What I
NBCC
mean-
officials are having that nexus
No,
with the
I will
bootleggers.
tell you.
Yeah.
What I mean is, I'm not saying that theologians are going to the bootleggers and saying, give me money.
No. Yeah.
They are in nexus because they do nothing.
In
They
that
want
way.
others to do. They don't excommunicate these people from the churches.
That's a very serious thing. Yeah.
First excommunicate the people, then I will change my view of the NBCC.
That's what makes me wonder
Until
as
that
well.
day comes, no?
Yeah,
Until they start excommunicating the bootleggers.
Yeah. I agree with that.
The alcohol sellers, no? I will say that they're in cahoots.
Not only sellers,
they're
but
hand
even,
in glove.
even the drinkers.
Yeah. Drinkers too, that's different. Okay, because you have victims.
Yeah. Because the act
No,
says no one should drink. So if they believe in the NLTP,
See, Dr. S. Jamer, who passed the act, he also was a drinker. No, I'll say, no, this very thing, no. See, a person like him,
Okay.
a knowledgeable person like him, should not have bowed down to the pressure of superstitious, backward, ignorant theologians.
If not bowed down, a person may be out of power
No,
also.
he was the one who passed the act.
That's what. If he had
So
not,
he bowed down to the pressure. He said it in one of his interviews.
that's what. If
the
he had
pressure.
not bowed down, he might have been voted out before his time.
As if the church has so much power. I know exactly how voting goes on in Nagaland. No organization has power. Only money has power.
So the state does not generate revenue from liquor officially, in a very open, in the official way. But behind the door, behind the screen, there are lots of money generated.
Yes.
But we don't know where does
it
those
goes
funds
into
goes
private.
from.
See, the
That's
difference
the
is
problem.
when the state has revenue,
Yeah.
it can be used theoretically, not in Nagaland. It can be used for development
Theoretically,
purposes.
yeah.
But here too, even the government money, which comes from the center, goes for private development.
Right. Now, as per World Health Organization report, they say that 50% of the alcohol consumed in India goes unrecorded, and it's part of non-tax.
Okay.
Imagine 50%. How much revenue must have been generated? It's all because of the prohibition. Because Gujarat is a dry state, Manipur has partially lifted.
Okay.
Even Bihar is now a dry state.
Mizoram also is dry state, no? I believe,
Yeah, because the voters demanded that.
No, they wanted they copied Nagaland.
I don't know, they copied Nagaland or whatever.
Initially.
And Nagaland is still a dry state.
And Mizoram too, it's quite well reinforced, okay? Because it costs more again. Mizoram.
Now, what makes me wonder is there is wine shop just right after Dimapur, right in Assam.
In Dimapur, there are wine stores. Everybody knows.
No, but let's say those are bootleggers or those are like not open wine shop. But openly, there's a wine shop just a few kilometers away from here. Let's take that example for now, which everybody can see. But when people go and purchase wine from there or liquor from there, when they come back, don't the police know about it?
They know. And then, see, when I was drinking also, I used to, whenever I go to Mokchung, because it's expensive, I used to take one or two cases.
Yeah.
And the police also, they know that, see, they can make out a person who's buying for personal consumption and one who's doing it for business. Because attitude, changes. See, let us forget the example of what's being sold outside the state.
Okay.
In Dimapur, every shop you see selling mineral water.
Okay.
Yes, only mineral water, okay? That's the thing. So why doesn't the NBC do anything? If they have the guts, go and close down these shops. If they are not in cahoots, if they are not hand in glove with the bootleggers, shut down all these mineral water shops, all the lounges in Dimapur first.
I mean, I wouldn't expect NBCC to do that because they're a church.
No, then why are they interfering? Why are they saying that they must do it? They did it in the past.
They did it?
Yeah.
But
when prohibition was first announced, before it was notified, they and the NMA, they did all this.
Yes,
Even these poor ladies who used to sell little rice beer, they smashed all their dishes. So why can't they do it now? Who's stopping them?
I see. But at least I expect them to excommunicate members who are part of this business. I agree with that. Because if they're very serious with NLTP, they should not just force upon the government alone. They should even take action against their own members.
This hypocrisy is what's killing Nagaland. Okay. Because this hypocrisy is what allows people to maintain double standards. We know that all these people are crooks, but nobody points out. So I'm like that kid in the thing, Emperor's New Clothes. Do you know the story?
No, I don't know.
It's a thing, European thing. This emperor, he used to, every day used to make new clothes. So two tailors, they scammed him. They said, we've got something, And then they didn't stitch anything. And they made him, he was naked because there are no clothes. They appeared to be, and then they said, only the intelligent people can see the clothes. So everybody knew that the emperor was naked, but nobody was willing to admit it.
Because they don't want to look dumb.
Yeah, they don't look stupid. Nice clothes. And then one kid said, everybody's
What a
naked.
story.
So I'm that person, okay? I'm the kid who's saying that this is that, but nobody's admitting it.
So in that situation, what would you be saying to the emperor? No, emperor, you're naked.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm pointing out to every aspect of Naga society, whether politicians, bureaucrats, church, civil society, organization, undergrounds, all of them. I'm the one who's saying, yeah, no, this is that. This is it. I'm pointing out the truth. Nobody has been able to refute me, but everybody is against me.
Okay, everybody's against you.
Yeah,
from
I
the
mean,
church.
Everybody in Naga society who is
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Anybody in the
Why do you think so?
position of power, because all of them are convicted. They're enjoying the fruits of corruption. I'm a danger to their way of living, their entire lifestyle. I'm exposing their hypocrisy, their greed, their lies, their theft.
Are you not sometimes concerned that it can affect your life as well?
Oh, I'm a true believer in God. If my time comes, I'm going to die. I wish there was somebody in the NBCC who believed in God. No?
As much as you?
1/10 as much as I believe in God. These people don't believe in God. In my reduction of Christianity, I wrote it. You're going there to fill your bellies, not to preach the word of God.
So
They are not Christians.
So as far as I know, I think you were also in the rehab during
Yeah.
those days.
Yeah.
So from your experience, when people got into the rehab, what were the addiction to? It was alcohol or other substance?
Mostly
Alcohol, right?
No. Mostly drugs.
Substance.
Yeah. Because alcohol, actually, the effects are not so
Not so quick.
immediately felt, and it is socially acceptable.
Okay.
Huh?
The alcohol.
Yeah, so those people who go in for alcohol-related thing are usually old people, no? Of course, I was the oldest there,
Okay.
but I went for drug, heroin.
Okay. Wow. But I really appreciate the fact that you have been really keeping yourself well up.
No,
since,
see, this is what I mean, the 12 steps, no?
Yeah,
You have to
12
believe in
steps.
a power higher than yourself.
Yeah.
For me, it's God.
AA.
So, yeah, I really believe in God. That's why I'm being able to do all this. I'm able to say all this.
Appreciate that.
Because of my belief in God. I don't give a thing. Ounce, no? I don't want to use any bad word about any of these people in Nagaland, okay? The so-called intelligentsia, let it be, or rich people. I don't care.
I think I really value your honesty and your pragmatism in trying to tackle, because you yourself have experienced that kind of lifestyle, and you know how much it cost to have this prohibition in place. But still, I feel that we need a stronger argument that prohibition is much better than, I think all the prohibition that in place right now is no research based, it's no evidence based, it's out of imagination and self-understanding based. Am I right?
I guess, yeah.
Because if there is
they
a-
sit in their
because-
homes, they think, and then they think. They've got no logical, theological basis.
Because like I said, the data from Bihar and Gujarat, it shows that in Gujarat there are more men believing that beating wife is justified. So banning alcohol because someone beats the wife, it's not an evidence based.
And then, see, enforcement. It's not possible. You cannot enforce. Even
yeah.
in the Gulf states, when alcohol is being smuggled into the
Yeah.
Arab thing,
The black market
you
is
think in Nagaland, you can think,
Yeah.
especially when we have a neighbor, Assam, where we have such a long border, where the border is free. See, the jungles there, okay? The police can't do that. I can make a trail through the jungle, and then just carry it.
absolutely. Absolutely.
So, it's not about, I try to shift away the focus from the revenue, okay?
Revenue is secondary, in fact.
Revenue, I try to stick to the social and legal. Because it is a fact that prohibition breeds criminality and
Absolutely.
it impacts society negatively.
But what if prohibition is lifted, and because many people get drunk, and if criminality increases after drinking?
Do you think people don't get drunk now? They get drunk.
Yeah.
And when prohibition was lifted in the US, I believe it was 2 days. 2 days people got drunk, okay, across the US. But after that, things went not normal.
Okay.
You know, cocktails.
Yeah.
You know why they were invented? Who invented it?
No idea. I'm very poor in
See,
this knowledge.
People drank alcohol straight, okay? Whether you were drinking whiskey, rum, gin, absinthe, vodka. But during Prohibition, the Americans everybody started trying to make liquor. You look up the term bathtub gin. They're not like us, no? We have big dishes, but they live in flats, no? So bathtub is the biggest dish. They experimented. And it was tasted so horrible that they started mixing it with different things, and that's how cocktails were born.
Achha.
And now it's become a way of life.
Yeah.
Cocktails.
Available everywhere here.
I mean, it's become a fashion statement, no? But it is a child of Prohibition to make homemade alcohol palatable.
I see. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
See,
But I don't know. As a person who doesn't take alcohol, I still feel that if alcohol is made available freely, we know the mindset of Nagas. We would just start drinking uncontrollably everywhere, every nook and corner. And I don't want to see such situations in a society like ours. Or am I
you're wrong. You're totally wrong.
Am I fearful of something
I grew up
that not practical?
in the 80s, okay? That was a time when drugs were freely available.
Yeah.
Early 80s.
Yeah.
Heroin.
Yeah, no prohibition then.
Fentanyl was 8 rupees per bottle. We could get it from any pharmacy.
Okay.
Ganja, we used to get for 2 rupees, okay? This Manipuri thing, no? And there were wine stores everywhere. The people who drank, the people who smoked, the people who became addicts. The people who studied, my classmates, I think they are, quite a number of them were engineers, doctors.
Yeah.
Whereas those of us who became we were left behind, no?
Yeah.
See, there's an expression, no? You
Yeah.
can bring a horse to the water, but you cannot make it drink.
Yeah,
no?
exactly.
So there are some people who have the propensity, okay? It's called addictive personality.
Yeah.
To overdo anything. See, it's not only alcohol and drugs, okay?
Yeah, of course.
You have shopaholics, no?
Yeah.
You have those people who cannot stop eating, no? So
You have sex addiction.
this is all part of the personality.
True.
So only people with these personalities will abuse substances. Just because this is there, no? It doesn't mean.
Yeah.
And even there also is the drug of choice, no? In thing. We use that, no? So some people prefer cough syrup, some people prefer tablets, some people prefer things, some people prefer alcohol.
Yeah. But I want to understand, okay, so let's say suppose one addict who is a recovering addict, let's say, just walks out of rehab and he sees like all in his colony, everywhere around the corner, there's a free wine shop freely open because prohibition is lifted. Is the chance of like relapsing greater when the prohibition is lifted?
No. See, I'm a heroin addict.
Yeah.
I will tell you this. It was never openly available, no? But every time I relapsed, I went searching for it, okay? Not because it was freely available, no? So, recovery, no, is when you come to a decision.
It's just the mind.
Yeah, it is the mind, no? I don't know who, like, as AA says, no? Higher power. Maybe it's the higher power which gives you that realization, no? But you come to realization that if you start taking, you'll either die or go mad.
Yeah.
Or you go to prison or something like that, no?
Right.
So the concept is rock bottom, no? Like you hit rock bottom, no?
Yeah.
Then only you start to change. So, no, it doesn't make a difference. Yeah.
It doesn't matter if alcohol is kept
yeah,
in
it's
front of you.
available if somebody comes and gives you, no? If you're going to drink, you're going to drink. If you're not going to, you can always make excuses, okay?
Yeah.
To drink.
You can say, no, my friend forces me to drink.
One of my nephews, he went to rehab. The moment he came back, he started complaining against the family member for sending him to rehab somewhere in India.
Okay.
With all these Indian people. And then he started drinking.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Until you come to a certain realization, you'll always find excuses to drink. Not because it's available, but because you're not on the road to recovery.
Wow.
And you just cannot make somebody an alcoholic, okay?
Yeah.
You can make somebody a drug addict.
Drug addict. Okay.
Because heroin, no, it takes only 1 week. And you become addicted,
Okay.
and then you have withdrawal symptoms.
Okay. Okay.
But even that, no, if you don't have this addictive personality, no, if you can, it's 3 days, you get sick for 3 days, okay? You get fever, joints, it's very thin.
Yeah.
If you can overcome that, then you don't think.
I mean, during the detox,
yeah.
detox period.
Yeah.
Okay.
But alcohol, though, you can't make somebody an alcoholic by giving him thing. Alcohol. Unless you give him for 10, 20 years. No? See, that's the difference.
Okay. It's quite shocking it's quite insightful to hear from you and from your life experiences also how these things work. I think when it's the lack of communication and discourse that we have, and we hardly have discourse with the church, and the church hardly has any discourse with people who are really drinking. Maybe
No, it's not only that.
it's a lack of communication.
The attitude of the Naga theologians, they think they know God, no? So they're better than everybody. They know everything. That is their attitude. They're not willing to take correction. No, you see the arrogance of theologians. Or some, I'm not saying all, okay?
Yeah, of course.
But the vast majority of them, no? I just want to slap them. Yeah. What do these people know? No? As if they studied a different Bible from what I've read. No? That's why I advise everybody to read the Bible. Then you can stop these people from lying to you.
So, in conclusion, you are in total favor of lifting this
Yes,
as
yes,
a person,
yes.
as a recovering, addict.
Yeah.
I think I do not know. I need to really give a thought on this to really understand and to really come to my conclusion that I think this should be done. But hearing all your stories and hearing all your experiences and knowledge about this field, I believe that it would be nice to experiment, to see and to do a research on which one seems better.
See, again, there's another thing, no? Aspect to this lifting prohibition, okay? Now, if you lift prohibition, my contention has been the licenses, trade licenses to sell,
the permits,
should be done by lottery system. Because again, the danger with lifting prohibitions is all these politicians and bureaucrats, they'll give the license to their cronies,
I see.
and then again they'll capture the market,
Again.
So for me, I'm not just saying that you lift prohibition. Lift it in such a way that.
But lifting is the first step.
Yeah. No, you have to do it
simultaneously.
Okay. Because once it goes into the hands of these people, they will not release it. In fact, even they can set up proxies. My thing has always been the educated unemployed.
Okay.
Like all applicants, for licenses to sell, trade alcohol, should be allowed to apply for license and then open lottery system, depending on the areas. And we're talking about prohibition, hornbill, rice beer is sold openly.
Yeah.
See, and then this is what I mean, the hypocrisy.
Yeah, I think in Gujarat also it's the worst kept secret. People are drinking openly everywhere.
Yeah.
Just that it's
everywhere. There's no place which is alcohol free. Even in the Gulf state also.
Yeah, absolutely.
They do even foreigners, if they're caught with alcohol, they're sent to jail.
Yeah. Okay.
It's very, very strict.
But everyone is drinking.
Yeah, but still they drink.
Yeah. Wow, it's something that's worth experimenting it. But I have this reservation as of now that as a person, I would not like to see alcohol abundantly available everywhere. People drinking anytime they want to. But that's a reservation as someone who doesn't take. But
no, because you don't understand what drives
Yeah.
a person to drink. No, you don't have the desire. No, so
Right,
you don't
right.
know.
Yeah,
no?
yeah, yeah.
There will be some people who will drink the whole day.
Right.
Ah.
Right.
No, those are the thing. Alcoholics. No?
Yes.
They will drink a whole day. But that's just a small proportion.
Don't you think Nagas, if it is open freely, those who drink right now will start drinking day and night?
No, because when it was open, no,
Yeah,
you didn't see Nagas drinking day and night. Everybody went about his business.
But NBCC is claiming that people
No,
are
no,
just
they're
taking-
lying. They're lying to the teeth. They will spend. I will spend, no, eternity in
yeah,
hell with
in the
these
60s.
people. Okay, we are going to hell. These people are going to hell. I'm also going, but at least I'll get a fan.
No,
They
no,
won't even get a
come on.
No.
How can you be sure of going to hell? I mean,
Yeah,
that-
yeah. I'm a sinner.
there's a justification for our sins.
No, but
Yeah.
see, whatever I say, I don't say it for my benefit, okay? No, it's a fact.
That really cracked me up. You'll get a fan.
Whatever I have written to try to benefit society. I have never said or done or written anything for my selfish purposes. But still, they don't listen to me. No? What sort of people are these? No, it is. I find it so pompous of NBCC. They gave one letter after the elections, quoting one Catholic thing's prayer, no? Talking about outrage. No?
Okay.
They are the outrageous people at the NBCC. See, because politicians and bureaucrats, no, underground, you expect them to do all these crooked things. But a man of God, no, a man who works in the church, no, you expect him to be honest, yeah? At least to keep some shame, no? A fig leaf, no, to cover their nakedness. But they expose in all their nakedness, no? All their dirty nakedness, NBCC. People say, why do I hate theologians? No? I don't hate theologians. I despise them.
But you agree with the fact that there are theologians who are sincere and genuine?
Of course, yes. I have always said that there are no good politicians in Nagaland, but there are good bureaucrats, there are good technocrats, there are good underground in all the factions.
Okay. And there are
There
good
are good
theologians.
theologians.
Yeah.
There are good people working in the tribal organizations. But all these have no voice. They've got no voice in the decision making.
Except for politicians, there are no good politicians.
Yeah, Nagaland, no politicians.
Okay.
No good politicians.
Out of the 60 politicians, you don't find anyone good?
No, it's a fact. Yeah. You ask them, they'll also admit. They know nothing.
Yeah. I mean, this topic
and they
is...
bought their way into power.
Yeah. Okay.
And we have sold our rights to them. So whatever they do, you can complain on social media, Facebook, Facebook warriors, WhatsApp, wizards.
The keep it warriors.
Yeah,
you know, we call
I
them.
feel so sick of all these people writing on Facebook and forwarding messages on WhatsApp.
But
Talking about corruption.
in real life, they don't vote.
Yeah.
They don't vote for the right
Yeah,
candidate.
yes.
Like that. It happens. That's the reality of our society. I mean, it's everywhere, literally. You know. So I think this topic is quite interesting, but it's vast, and we have talked for quite long. So I think, if necessary, we would continue the part 2 of this discussion.
Okay.
So thanks viewers for being patient and listening to our conversation. And we look forward to having part 2. Let us know what you think about the whole discussion that we have had. So see you soon again.